High-tempo music pulses as the title flashes across the screen. The FBI's Most Wanted, a closer look at notorious criminals. In the shadowy corners of the criminal world, there are names that stir more than just fear. They provoke a relentless pursuit by the law. Today we delve into the dark tales of the FBI's Most Wanted in North America, a list that comprises individuals whose crimes have left indelible marks on society. These are not just fugitives. They are the faces of ongoing threats that range from child exploitation to ruthless murders. Among them, Donald Eugene Fields II, a man accused of operating a child sex ring; Wilver Vas Palomino, known as El Puerco, a kingpin of drug trafficking and terrorism; Vatel, innocent, a feared gang leader in Haiti; Alejandro Rosales Castillo, wanted for a brutal murder in 2017; and Alexis Flores, linked to the heinous rape and murder of a young girl in Philadelphia. These names echo through the halls of the FBI headquarters. Fields, Palomino, Innocent, Castillo, Flores. Meet Donald Eugene Fields II, a name that brings chills to those who hear it. Born and raised in the serene landscapes of Kentucky, Fields' story is anything but peaceful. His descent into the criminal world has marked him as one of the FBI's most wanted, primarily for his involvement in operating a child sex ring alongside his notorious partner Ted Sorry. The duo's operation was vast and horrifying, stretching its dark shadows over several states including Missouri, Kentucky, and Florida. Fields, a master of evasion, has been adept at slipping through the clutches of law enforcement, with his last confirmed sighting sprinkled across these regions. Each location that has felt his presence still reels from the impact of his heinous activities, communities shattered and countless lives irreparably damaged. The operation led by Fields was not merely a criminal enterprise, but a devastating blow to the fabric of the communities it touched. Innocent lives were ensnared in a web of deceit and exploitation, leaving deep scars that may never fully heal. The psychological and social repercussions of such crimes ripple out, affecting more than just the direct victims. Families, friends, and entire neighborhoods bear the burden of suspicion and fear, long after the criminals have fled. Efforts to capture Fields have been met with frustration and dead ends. His ability to blend into the background, coupled with a network that supports his evasion, makes him an exceptionally challenging target for law enforcement. Despite numerous raids, stakeouts, and leads followed, Donald Eugene Fields II remains a specter, haunting the areas where he once operated. As the hunt continues, the urgency to bring Fields to justice grows. Each day he remains free is another day he potentially continues his criminal activities, or at worst inspires others to mimic his actions. Fields remains at large, a constant threat looming over multiple states. Now enter Wilver Vas Palomino, also known as El Puerco. As the notorious head of the National Liberation Army in Colombia, his influence and actions reach far and wide, sowing seeds of chaos and fear. El Puerco, which translates to the pig, is not just a moniker. It's a testament to the messy trail of destruction he leaves behind. Wilver Vas Palomino's journey into the underworld began as a foot soldier in the dense jungles of Colombia. Over the years, his ruthless tactics and strategic mind elevated him through the ranks, eventually leading him to command one of the most feared guerrilla groups in South America. Under his leadership, the National Liberation Army has expanded its operations to include not only armed insurgency, but also extensive drug trafficking networks and violent crimes. The core of Palomino's empire lies in the illicit drug trade. His drug labs, hidden deep within the jungle canopy, are like toxic factories churning out vast quantities of cocaine. This cocaine doesn't just stay in Colombia, it finds its way onto the streets of cities across the United States, feeding addiction and contributing to the sprawling drug crisis that grips many communities abroad. But Wilver Vas Palomino's influence doesn't stop at drugs. He's deeply involved in acts of terrorism and has orchestrated numerous attacks against government and civilian targets, aiming to destabilize the region to his advantage. These acts are not just mere displays of power, they're strategic moves designed to maintain his grip on the drug trafficking routes and to instill fear among those who might oppose him. The repercussions of his actions are catastrophic. Beyond the immediate violence, El Puerco disrupts local economies, displaces communities, and perpetuates a cycle of violence and retaliation that affects countless innocent lives. His operations undermine local authorities and corrode the very fabric of society. El Puerco's reign of terror not only destabilizes regions, but also fuels the drug crisis far beyond Colombia's borders. Next on the list, Vatel Homme Innocent, a feared name in the streets of Haiti. Vatel Homme Innocent is not just a name, it's a whispered warning in the bustling markets and quiet villages of Haiti. As the leader of one of Haiti's most formidable gangs, Innocent has been linked to a chilling array of criminal activities, with kidnappings and brutal murders topping the list. His actions resonate with a terrifying clarity, underscoring a reign of terror that disrupts daily life and instills fear across communities. Innocent's influence stretches far and wide over Haiti, controlling significant territories where the rule of law is often just a shadow. Under his command, his gang executes precise and ruthless operations, which not only include violent crimes but also extend to controlling local economies and manipulating political outcomes. His power is bolstered by a network of loyal followers and an arsenal of heavy weaponry, making any direct confrontation risky and complex. Law enforcement agencies face formidable challenges in curbing his activities. The dense urban environments and rugged rural areas of Haiti provide perfect cover for gang operations, making it difficult for police forces to track down Innocent and his lieutenants. Moreover, corruption within the system further complicates efforts, as Innocent's influence reportedly seeps into political and law enforcement circles, buying silence and compliance. The international community watches closely, as the situation not only affects Haiti, but also poses broader security concerns. Innocent's gang has been known to have links with international criminal networks, possibly involved in arms trafficking and drug smuggling, which highlights the transnational nature of modern criminal enterprises. Innocent's grip on Haiti poses a severe threat, not just locally, but as a symbol of unchecked criminal power. His ability to elude capture and continue his operations paints a grim picture of the challenges faced by those fighting for justice and peace in regions overwhelmed by organized crime. Stay vigilant, stay safe, for it is collective responsibility that helps bring such criminals to justice. That's all for today. We will continue to bring you the stories behind these and other criminals on FBI's most wanted list. Alejandro Rosales Castillo, a fugitive with a grim tale. In 2017, a chilling event unfolded when Alejandro Rosales Castillo was accused of brutally murdering his ex-girlfriend. What began as a story of young love turned into a narrative of betrayal and violence, leading to an unfathomable end. The incident shook the community and ignited a relentless pursuit by law enforcement agencies. Castillo, then only 18, allegedly lured his former girlfriend to a secluded area under the guise of resolving past issues. The meeting ended tragically with her life taken far too soon. The gravity of the crime was compounded by the calculated steps Castillo took immediately after. Without a trace of remorse, he fled the scene, leaving behind a community in mourning and a family grappling with an irreplaceable loss. The search for Castillo extended beyond the borders of the United States. Reports suggest that he made his way to Mexico, finding temporary solace in the bustling streets of Aguascalientes. This move marked the beginning of an international manhunt. Both U.S. and Mexican authorities have been tirelessly working in concert, following leads that have so far only led to dead ends. The FBI has placed Castillo on its most wanted list, signaling a high priority in their global search for justice. As the days turn into years, the urgency to capture Castillo does not wane. Each moment he remains at large, the scales of justice remain unbalanced. Every day Castillo remains free, the shadows of injustice grow longer. Lastly, Alexis Flores, whose actions have left an indelible mark of horror. In 2007, the city of Philadelphia was shaken to its core by the brutal rape and murder of a 5-year-old girl. Flores, then a handyman in the area, quickly became the prime suspect after forensic evidence linked him directly to the crime scene. The initial investigation was swift, revealing a trail of evidence that pointed unmistakably to Flores. But just as law enforcement was closing in, he vanished, initiating what would become one of the most frustrating manhunts in recent history. Flores' ability to evade capture has been both baffling and alarming. He is believed to have used multiple aliases and possibly obtained fraudulent identification to move across borders undetected. Reports have intermittently placed him in various locations from Honduras to as far as Spain, but each lead has evaporated as soon as it appeared, leaving authorities grappling with shadows. The FBI, along with international law enforcement agencies, continues to follow up on every possible sighting and tip, no matter how small. The challenge, however, is monumental. Flores has shown a chilling ability to blend into communities, making him not just a ghost, but a dangerous one at that. This ongoing saga of hide and seek not only highlights the sheer determination of law enforcement, but also underlines the grim reality of the resources and cunning such criminals possess. Flores's evasion of capture is a stark reminder of the cunning and danger these criminals pose. These names and their stories are not just headlines, they are ongoing threats to safety. As we delve into the dark corners of crime, it becomes clear that the specter of these notorious individuals continues to loom large over our communities. Each story shared today underscores the critical importance of vigilance. The efforts of law enforcement are tireless, yet the keen eyes and ears of everyday citizens often play a pivotal role in safeguarding our society. Understanding the gravity of these crimes and recognizing suspicious activities can make all the difference. Knowledge is not just power, it is protection. By staying informed about the most wanted criminals and their potential whereabouts, everyone can contribute to the broader safety net that keeps our neighborhoods secure. It is through our collective awareness and proactive actions that we can assist in the monumental task of bringing these fugitives to justice. Stay vigilant, stay safe, for it is our collective responsibility that helps bring such criminals to justice. That's all for today. We will continue to bring you the stories behind these and other criminals on FBI's most wanted list.